But if you're looking at gains, you want to be able to maximally get your next set. So as soon as you can comfortably breathe and get under the bar, and that doesn't mean your pump goes away, as soon as you can cardiovascularly and mentally get into the set, it's ready to go. Boom! Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, creator of the Outright Bar, as well as partner in the Ambrosia Collective and 015 Nutrition. So one question I get a ton of is, how much rest should I take between sets? Now, this is a loaded question because it completely depends on how intense the set is and what your goals are. Okay, generally speaking, I think a good rule of thumb is 30 seconds is just about the absolute minimum to rest between sets. Generally speaking, if you're training on your own and you're doing a not beyond failure or not right up to failure set, about 60 seconds is what you want to do. However, there are some caveats that we need to pay attention to, and I'm going to talk about my individual training as well as what I tell people. I believe it was Lobliner who said back in an interview in the 90s, how long do you rest between sets? And Lee said, as long as it takes. I believe it was Lee. And the reason I bring that up is it just depends on so many variables. Number one is your conditioning. Myself, I box, okay? Up until I started the whole pro card run, I box multiple times a week, 3-5 times a week. I'm running hills, I'm jumping rope, I'm sparring, I'm hitting mitts, I'm hitting bags. My cardiovascular system is superior. It is really, really good. However, you got a bro in the gym who just wants to get big, has big arms. His ability to cardiovascularly recover between sets without being absolutely winded is going to be hindered. So while it might take me 45 seconds, it might take your good old gym bro 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, another thing to take into consideration, the main factor is the intensity of your set. Now, if you're working on your squat, right? Or let's go exactly what I did yesterday. So we did barbell rows and we went up to 315 pounds. The first set, we did 135. Boom, got like 10, 12 reps. Second set, we did 225. Took about 60, however long it took my partners to go, about 60 to 90 seconds. Boom, all done. Third set, we did 315. We did not go to failure before those sets. 315 for 10 pounds absolutely floored all of us. So before we moved on to the next set, which was dropping it down to 2 and repping it out more, we took a good 3 to 4 minute rest just to be able to recover. Now, when you train, your body uses a lot of different fuel sources, from glycogen to ATP. Now, it takes time for those to regenerate. Now, a lot of things, including genetics and training experience and the shape you're in, determine how fast your body can replete those resources, be it glycogen, be it ATP. Maybe you're someone who's training on lower carbs and your body's working through a ketone pathway. Your body's trying to refill that way. Your body's trying to become more energy efficient. Your body's trying to deliver oxygen. Maybe you're a guy who does no cardio in the off season, but you're training with someone like me who does hours of cardio in the off season, and I'm going to bury you when it comes to going between sets. So if the goal is muscle growth, I remember talking to my business partner, Brandon Curry, 2019 Mr. Olympia. I remember talking to him and he was actually experimenting where he was taking at least 3 minutes between sets. In fact, I had one friend, his name was Nate, and he was the bench press champion out of Australia. And Nate Baxter, Nate would literally do a set of, let's say, maximum squats or bench or deadlift. And then he'd literally train a client for like 10 minutes, tell his client to sit back, went and did another set, continue training his client. So for a power lifter interested in maximum output, you're looking at anywhere from 3 to 8, maybe even more minutes rest, right? But if you're a bodybuilder looking to stimulate hypertrophy, remember, hypertrophy isn't just achieved through one pathway of overload. Progressive overload is a lot of different ways, right? You can have progressive overload via load, getting bigger weights over time. You can have progressive overload via volume, increasing your volume over time. You can have progressive overload with time under tension, increasing the time under the weight, right? You can have frequency overload where you go from training 3 days a week to 4 days a week. There are so many variables involved. So when looking at this overcomplicated definition I'm giving you for rest between sets, I think it all boils down to what was said back in the beginning, which I might be falsely appropriating to Lee Labrada, is it just depends. It just depends. How intense was your set? So my thing is, if you want to push yourself and do like a circuit workout, really exhaust yourself cardiovascularly, yeah, it might be pretty dope to go back-to-back sets and supersets and really get it. But if you're looking at gains, you want to be able to maximally get your next set. So as soon as you can comfortably breathe and get under the bar, and that doesn't mean your pump goes away, as soon as you can cardiovascularly and mentally get into the set, it's ready to go. For some of you, I doubt many of you could do that in 30 seconds if you're going hard. For some of you, it might be 60 seconds. For some of you, for most of you, it might be 90 seconds. For some of you, it might be 120 seconds. If you're a power lifter, that all goes out the door. If you're a CrossFitter, that all goes out the door because you're going to want to, obviously with that, if you're getting ready for the CrossFit Games, all that stuff goes out the door because you want to maximize your VO2 max output. So it just depends. There is no right answer. But for gains, I would say a good rule of thumb is around 60 to 90 seconds, caveat, or as long as it takes based on your God-given and or adapted ability. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate everything. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, click on the notification bell. And I wanted to tell you guys about something. Ambrosia Kinetic, our new pre-workout. It is a mushroom enhanced, the first ever pre-workout using mushroom technology. What this does, it gives you mental focus. I'm actually on it right now. That's why I'm so dialed in. It gives you mental focus in and out of the gym that you've never experienced before. And it has the power components as well, like creatine. And it is a next level pre-workout. It's available now. I look forward to you trying it. You're going to absolutely love it. It comes in 2 flavors, including this one, which is watermelon candy. I appreciate you guys. And of course, I'll link it down below. And for all of your other supplement needs, go to tigerfitness.com. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good training session today. That's not a game. When Ambrosia decided to throw their hat in the pre-workout ring, you knew it was going to be something never before done. Something special, something that will maximize your workouts like nothing before, something utilizing science to take your training to the next level. Ambrosia Kinetic is a mushroom-enhanced pre-workout that helps you with your energy, with your focus, with your power. And when you're done training, your brain is still 120%. Your body is still ready. Ambrosia Kinetic is the next generation of pre-workout. Once you try it, you will never want to train with anything else. Ambrosia Kinetic is here, and it is going to change the pre-workout game forever.